Okay, YouTube and Google's account removal policy concerning whether or not you make money for them. Now, there's a specific term, and I'll go look it up. I didn't want to do a video on this in a day or actually more than one day, when I was doing a video about something very specific. And some said, I'm surprised you're not bringing this up. It's secondary to an actual, real action we can take. A company's saying, we don't want you using our services if it cuts into our bottom line, or if it isn't if it isn't adding to our financing, if it's not giving us money. For instance, if I demonetize myself by canceling all advertisements, blocking them on my YouTube videos, which I've done, I'm not making them any money because I can't. The only way they can make money off my channel is if somebody flags it for a copyright violation, and then they can get money from that and share it with the other person. It's in their best interest to copy strike. Can we copy strike PewDiePie? You know, that sort of thing. It's also in their best interest not to shut down channels that are doing this and make them money, but they do it anyway. The two motivations YouTube and Google has is bullying people. I mean, this is really not even a joke anymore. They really do this thing, and they let other people use them to bully people, but it's to make money. The more an SJW or a marathoner at Fox News rage quits the net and demands that YouTube do something, and they allow the drama to continue, the more Nibiru videos that are posted, the more money they make. Honestly, the whole thing boils down to, they're a company, and if they can't make money off of you, they'll tolerate you, but they don't have to. If they just said that, number one, nobody would be complaining about it. It'd be, okay, that's actually you being reasonable and honest, because that is reasonable and honest. YouTube is a net loss for Google. But what they did is they explicitly stated that a law in the United States applies at this moment to every one of you and me, which is not literally true at all, and more importantly, shouldn't be. That's why I made the video. They lied about a law. This isn't the first time they've done it, but they did it about a law that is about to be changed. The only thing they've accomplished is mobilizing people to go to a website and tell the U.S. government, no, I don't want you letting Google's algorithm that has always fucked people over, and a company that has always fucked people over, even when it was financially stupid to do so, and they're ideologically driven depending on which ideology you claim they are. I don't want them to do that. That's a lot more important. But yeah, the thing is, them saying outright that they want the right to shut off your channel for financial reasons is actually an advancement for us. They're not lying anymore. What they've been doing for years is keeping with the legacy of don't be evil and trying not to look bad. Now they're just stopping doing it. And that's a good sign. That means they're going to say that. And the person's question was, are they going to cancel my Gmail? Of course they will. They're going to do whatever they want to. But I've only had a Gmail account killed once. And that was because they got mad at me for pointing out that they were killing off my account for not having a Gmail account. No, I'm not kidding. My first YouTube channel, one of my first ones, they didn't kill off the email account. Then they killed it off later for another reason. But their complaint was you failed to get a Gmail account and connect them when I had. When they were embarrassed by the fact that they literally killed my account for actually obeying them immediately, they doubled down later and killed off the account to prove that I didn't have one. Malicious stupidity. I don't even know I don't know of an insult bigger. They literally punished me for obeying the rules. And this is a pattern of behavior with this company, because they have lots and lots of people working there. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the workers there was actually fucking with me as no bugs for a couple of years, actually for 4 years. That wouldn't surprise me at all. The company's been caught doing some crazy, stupid shit. And as a corporation, they've led the way to every other company saying, oh, they can do it, we can do it. So, yeah, the thing I'm having a problem with is a corporation effectively causing, because they had to get fined for $170 million, causing a change in the law. And instead of it causing a change in the law that would make them never do it again, it's giving them even more safe harbor to get away with it. Instead of punish the corporation and make them stop doing shit. literally trying to drive everybody in the country to the point that we just like, you know what, fuck it, I feel totally comfortable breaking every law because I don't care anymore. I mean, honestly, if you follow all the rules on YouTube and Google, you're punished anyway. So here's the next question. Am I to understand you're only able to rant about one subject a night? I filled my quota. I did a bunch of videos in one day, and honestly, I was going through something else. This shocks me. I have to tell you, I went off the deep end lately with something someone said. You can read below. He did a short video telling people how they could claim their Equifax breach settlement, and it was my understanding that you could either ask for a standard $125 amount, or if you prove that you were directly affected by a breach, you could and could prove it, you could claim so much an hour. You had to work clearing the problem up on your stand and top of the 125. You have to actually document it, and usually what you do is you don't document it, you have your lawyer document it. But let's continue. That's all I know about it, and I didn't even try to do it because I've dealt with Equifax before and all the others. They're shit. They hold our credit ratings and our reputations hostage and then want us to pay money to clean it up. It is a protection scam. I will not interact with them. And it's one of the reasons I'm made homeless. I'm made homeless. I have a relative who's willing to help me get anywhere I want to live. But I found out even if I leave the state, these fuckers will make sure that that says do not rent to me. I wonder if NoBug's got a job at Equifax. Wait, let's count how many days before NoBugs resurrects an account, shows up, and claims to work at Equifax. Or is he stupid enough to do it? I was also my understanding that a federal judge had ordered them to pay their victims. All this federal judge had ordered them to do is either pay us or offer us a month of free credit monitoring. Yeah, with an estimated value of $125. I applied for the standard $125 because I have a lot to do right now. I didn't feel like dragging all the police reports I had when filing my effing identity was stolen. A story possibly I will do in a video because it's pretty fantastic. Okay, we'll compare. Did someone steal a Ford, I think it's a Ford Explorer, and burn it to the ground in Vegas to destroy your credit rating? That was a really fucking interesting year, but I literally didn't have anything to do with that car burning down. But I gotta tell you, DEF CON was fun that year. We'll never get back there again. Anyway, let's go on. I didn't want to guesstimate how many hours I worked fixing, which basically culminated having to take care of the problem completely on my own, doing something that may have not have been legal. I got an email from Equifax about a month later saying they would give me a free credit monitoring for a month, and after that I would have to pay for it. Then I did something that I have found to be very effective in the past: social media shaming. I started badgering Equifax on Facebook, saying I didn't want them monitoring anything because they had proven to be unreliable, and were a danger to my safety and irresponsible, blah, blah, blah. And you can go there still and see all of this. I am not making it up. They left it up too, which amazes me. They don't monitor anything. And oddly enough, it's sort of like Twitter with Donald Trump. He's not allowed to block people or erase people's comments. They may have been forced to leave it up. There's been a lot of shit going on. We don't know all the details. Whoever runs their page started communicating back to me that I should take this to a private messaging them as it was rude in what I was doing. My response to them was, I will never do data recovery for you again, and then I sent them a list of the information about the times I helped the banks in the area. You know what? I don't think they're going to get my credit report wrong ever again. Oh, well, no, wait a minute. They still have it fucked up. Did you know that Equifax and a couple of other companies that were involved in this aren't able to request help from data recovery companies anywhere in the United States now? Why? Because they failed to pay people. They're shit. If you're not aware of this, virtually every hacker on planet Earth told all of these companies, because they ended up fucking over everybody's credit report and then sharing our information, you guys are a walking data breach and I'm not going to work for you anymore. A bunch of their own workers walked out. They were told, this is how you fix it. They didn't fix it. The one thing you're allowed legally to do, I'm going to tell everybody this, and you can do this, you have to go to court to do it, is to compel all 3 credit reporting agencies to erase your records. I'm not kidding. If enough of us do it, it'll become such a financial fucking problem, they'll offer the service for free to prevent a court case, which means, legally speaking, you can't be listed by them as having a credit report, which means you start over because they can't say you have a bad credit report. But you'd have to have millions of people do it. Nobody wants to do it because the first couple of thousand people are going to eat it. But yeah, you sue them to say, you've misrepresented my credit report, I can prove you did it, and you won't fix it without charging me money. I'm going to make you pay me money, erase my data. Which would put them out of business. If enough people did it, after a while they'd have to offer it for free because they would be compelled to by a settlement out of court, at which point everyone would say, erase my credit report. No argument, erase my credit report. You'd walk into a bank and get it done. And that would put all 3 credit reporting, Experian, Equifax, etc., completely out of business. They wouldn't have a database if you made them erase your data. Which is the reason they won't ever stop doing this shit. They're 3 companies, but they do act like a monopoly. But let's go on. I don't want to bore anybody here. People were getting on there and agreeing with me that it was BS. I tried to get Mike interested in it. Oh, I said Mike. Okay, that's Mike Turber. After numerous back and forths, the person told me I had been deleted from their system. Oh, I didn't read that part. Send a copy of this video to the Equifax page, Experian, and whoever else does credit reporting saying, we know you have been removed from the Equifax database. You mean I could have asked to be taken out? Yes, they said. I'm now writing to expose book about this whole thing. Post this video in there and let everybody, all you have to do is post it in the same comment you put at the top, edit it, and put in a link to this video or a video of your own making. Don't do a fucking book. Post it as a short message. A tiny whisper is much louder than a novel or a tome. After years of seeing people refuse loans, rejected credit, unable to rent apartments for houses they deny, these people that run these credit reporting agencies make millions of dollars per year, keeping us underlings down. They have no real authority to do so, and they're on meddling and mucking about. A lot of people believe they're federally run. They are not. They still won't delete me. Well, you can just ask. No. What you did worked. If they have to delete their database, they don't have any content. Just like if everybody all at once blanked all of their YouTube channels, just make everything unlisted, actually private, all in one day, a Black Friday, and told Google, you have to change your policies to this list of policies on this webpage we arbitrarily put up, or we're not letting you have any content. If everybody did that, they'd literally have to change their policies because they fucking wouldn't have anything. Nobody wants to watch how to bake a cake for 50 times over. Anyway, keep your booger hook off the bang switch. My favorite expression. I was trying to find out what that was. It's actually from a YouTube channel called Donut Operator. He posts evaluations of police shootings, and he's fair. Most of the time he shows the videos where idiots do stupid things, and he tells you how not to get shot. He also says this person did everything they're supposed to do and still got shot. The cop's an asshole. Booger hook on the bang switch. This has to do with finger, trigger, discipline. Are you itching to send off a flagging? Itching to have somebody pay you money to remove you from a database? Are you a protection racket? Racketeering charges can be charged against any corporation and also against any subdivision of the U.S. government if enough people do it. All you have to do. Now, I'm not going to name this video. I'm not going to put in Equifax and Experian and the other 3 names. I'm just going to include this person's commentary here. If all 3 of these companies go out of business, no other company will ever do the same thing again to anybody because they'll be terrified to do it. All of us hackers couldn't solve it. All of us assholes couldn't solve it. But an ass ton of soccer moms out there, or just one angry batshit lady in a backyard going, what the fuck, might do it. Not saying anything. Now remember, you don't have to post this video anywhere. You don't. Make your own fucking video.